Good morning, welcome to another beautiful day here on the Southern Downs. I'm just about to leave on a weekend trip to the coast. I've switched my working days around. Instead of working today, I worked yesterday. And instead of working next Monday after the weekend, I'll be working on Tuesday. So I've got 4 days off in a row. It's Friday morning now, so I'm going to leave to the coast. About a 2.5 hour drive from here where I live on the Southern Downs. Yeah, packed everything up already. I'm all ready to go. I'm just in the caravan here. It's a pretty chilly morning, so at least starting to feel like winter now. We're down to about 5 degrees this morning. And yeah, living here in the caravan, it gets freezing cold. Don't have any form of heating in here. Well, I do technically. We've got reverse cycle AC in here, which can be put on heat, but I live off grid here. So yeah, fully reliant on this power station, so I can't exactly run that. And yeah, I've got no other form of heating, so I live in here without heating. This is where I sleep. Nice warm sleeping bag. Usually I put a beanie on. And yeah, you can see, man, it's currently about 7:30 and it's 7 degrees inside the caravan. By the time I wake up, it's usually only about 2 or 3 degrees warmer than outside. So yeah, it gets freezing cold. And you're probably wondering, what the hell are you doing? Why aren't you layered up? Well, before I leave, I am going to have my creek plunge because I'm determined to keep up this cold exposure challenge. I'm definitely climatizing now to the cold. Now it's been a few cold mornings. Honestly, living like this, yeah, I'm always layering up properly, like when I'm not going in the creek. So you get used to the cold pretty quickly. You'd be surprised how adaptable the human body is. I like to do Wim Hof breathing, all that, and I'm by no means the most extreme when it comes to this. I see videos of people in like properly cold places like Siberia doing their cold plunges. You've got Wim Hof himself. So this is really just baby steps that I'm taking compared to these people. But yeah, I love doing it. It's I wouldn't say it's good fun, but it's a great challenge, and I love myself a challenge. So yeah, I've got everything sorted in here. Just checking. Yeah, I don't need anything. It's going to be much warmer on the coast, that's for sure. Like all my friends on the coast, they still don't believe me when I say how cold it gets out here. The Southern Downs region, especially going to the border regions, all that. It's the coldest part of the state, and they don't believe me when I tell them how cold. Well, look, 7:30 a.m. This is how cold it is inside. Let's stop rambling. I gotta do my plunge. I don't usually stand around like this. I just go my plunge, get out, layer up, and warm up. But I need that. All right, lights off, and then I'll do the plunge, and then we go onwards and upwards. Okay. All right, onwards and upwards. Never complain, never explain. Get it done, get it done. Right. Right, get to a nice deep spot. Up here gets to about chest depth. I won't quite do that. I'll just duck down and dip out. That's all we gotta do. Okay. All right. Right after this, I'll layer up, I'll get in the car, start the road trip. It's only gonna be 2.5 hours. It's funny, I say 2.5 hours. Back when I lived in the city, it's like even an hour outside the city, going inland or any direction, would have seemed like a lot. But since living in the countryside, my perspective on distance has completely changed. Now just a few hours driving, like 2-3 hours, it feels like nothing, especially after some of the road trips that I've done, like driving like 10 hours non-stop almost, apart from filling up petrol and toilet breaks. So yeah, all right. Mentally prepare. Alright, we're done. I could have stayed in longer, but I'm gonna keep it nice and short for now. We'll build it up as we get used to it. The water temperature is 10 degrees, so yeah, warmer than the air. That's it, onwards and upwards. I'm gonna get layered up and yeah, jump in the car, turn the heater on, and we've got about 2.5 hours to drive to our destination. I'm only 20 minutes into the drive. I've decided to come up into the mountains actually. I was going to go on the main highway, but I decided to take the more scenic route. It's about the same time, shorter distance this time, but of course you can't drive as fast. It's a windy mountain road. Just stopped at the lookout here. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, fully clear skies. So going to be able to get some nice views here. This is Cars Lookout, if you're wondering. Been up here plenty of times, but you really never get tired of it. You can never get sick of these views. We pretty much crossed over the main part of the range. I probably can't quite see with this camera, but just through there is in fact Teviot Falls, waterfall. You can hike down there. I've gone on this path up there. That's the main one from around here that leads to Mount Superbus. It's a very long, very tough hike, so be warned if you want to attempt that. Hardly a formed track. And yeah, now we're basically going to begin our final descent. Someone's parked their car and just left it here. But yeah, you can see beautiful views down into the Scenic Rim region. All down there, it's the Scenic Rim going towards the coast. So we're going to drive down this road and enter the Scenic Rim. We are in fact now right here standing on the edge of the Scenic Rim region. We are leaving the Southern Downs, where I came from, where I live. Wilson's Peak right up there. Someone's house, farm, absolutely spectacular spot. So right here is in fact the entrance to Southern Downs, where I live. So yeah, going down this way, leave the Southern Downs into the Scenic Rim region. Gonna cross through the Scenic Rim and yeah, head towards the Gold Coast. Right, we've made it down from the mountains. Now we have a few creek crossings to go through. I'm not driving a car that's very worthy of creek crossings. Luckily this one's not very deep at all. These ones usually only get significant after a strong rain. These ones are all paved. I am now just extremely vigilant around creek crossings. Believe me, I have learned my lesson after what happened to my old car. This is not my car, by the way, that I'm driving. I'm in fact driving my mum's car. We've swapped for the time being. I have actually gotten a new car now. It is manual transmission. I drive it around town and the local region and all that, but yeah, I'm not quite confident yet to take it on a long road trip. Not like this, not on these sort of roads. So yeah, we decided it's best to swap cars. Plus, being in the city, this small car will be easier to park and all that anyway. So yeah, swap cars for the time being. But best believe when I get back, I'm gonna keep driving that. It's I only learned to drive automatic initially. So yeah, now I'm having to pretty much relearn things and all that. Yeah, learning to drive manual. It's going well. I'm pretty confident at it now, but yeah, still a bit more things to iron out, just practice, and yeah, we'll be well on our way soon. Oh, this is a bit, oh, it's this one. Ah, it's okay. Yeah, it's not too deep, luckily. It's alright to cross this in any vehicle. That's a bit of a, yeah, slow and steady. All right, doing well. That's the max limit that I would attempt in this car. So this is a 2011 Honda Jazz. It's really a really good car for the city. You wouldn't believe some of the places that this car has gone, so it's held up really well. In the near future, I want to do some more road trips, going out further west and north of here, rural regions. I'll definitely have my own car ready for that. Alright, I've just had the first toilet stop in the town of Buna. Whenever I drive to the coast, or home from the coast, I always stop here. We're already almost halfway to our destination. It's really interesting because when I first would do this trip between the Gold Coast and where I now live on the Southern Downs, it would just seem so long, like 2.5, 3 hours depending on traffic conditions. And yeah, now it really seems like nothing. We're almost halfway there. Yeah, next town I'm gonna stop for fuel. I thought I would have to fill up here, but yeah, we've still good for another while. Next town's only 40 kilometers. I started this trip with about half a tank of fuel, so yeah, I'll be good to get to the next town, then we'll fill up, and yeah, we'll almost be there. Onwards and upwards, soldier on. We are officially on the Gold Coast, my hometown. We're in the western suburbs, right on the edge of Pacific Pines, specifically, which is the suburb where I grew up in, where I spent most of my life thus far. Now we're at our destination, right on the edge of it, the main road. And yeah, I remember this park. Seems to be quite a few changes going on. There's a big construction zone in the middle there. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. This toilet block here is completely new as well. Really, since I was born, the Gold Coast has always been a very fast changing city. It's grown a lot. It's like tripled in size since I was born. It must be getting close to like 700,000-800,000 population. We're at like 250,000-300,000 when I was born. So yeah, this toilet block here is completely new. It's quite modern and up to date. Used to be a small skateboard park up here, but that looks to be where they're doing the renovations. Now it looks like there's a basketball court instead. That's right, yeah. No, actually this here, there was like some ramps, and there were some ramps here. This was where there was a small skateboard park, but it looks like it's now a basketball court. Interesting. There's a fenced in dog area over there, which I remember that. Whew, I must say it's certainly warmed up during this trip. When we went up the Southern Downs it was 5 degrees, pretty chilly morning. Now on the Gold Coast it's up to 25 degrees, so quite a big difference. Daytime temperatures between the Southern Downs and here on the Gold Coast are pretty similar. It's like maybe 3 to 5 degrees warmer here on average, and a lot more humid. But yeah, it's the nighttime temperatures where it's a big difference. Oftentimes where I live on the Southern Downs, even though we're only like 2.5 hours inland, it's often like 10 degrees colder compared to the Gold Coast. Like here, the coldest you really get in winter is maybe 10 degrees overnight, but yeah, Southern Downs will often drop below zero. Just through this way is a park where I have quite a few childhood memories and some later memories of that were not so pleasant. Pinewood Products. Shortly up this road here there is a sawmill. It's been there for a long time, probably well before I was born. Where we are now is in fact only 5 minutes away from the house that I grew up in, and I was actually going to go straight there and just walk around the suburb a bit, go on a bit of a trip down memory lane. We're not quite doing that just yet. My first plan is to actually go to the beach after the stop here, and yeah, then we'll come back here. Then we'll come back to Pacific Pines, or Packers as it's known locally. Pack Pines, Packers. We'll come back here in the afternoon and yeah, do that. What a shame. What a shame. Someone has dumped a Coles trolley in there. Just up the road there's a Coles, one of Australia's 2 big supermarket chains, and there's a trolley just in here. Ooh, see a turtle? See another trolley. See fence? Yeah, some metal fence piece. Yeah, unfortunately this is not very well looked after. See a lot of rubbish in there. Not good. And that turtle does not look alive. And another trolley over there. Yep, unfortunately this is wow. Yeah, I mean there's always been some rubbish and stuff in here, but oh wow, it looks a lot worse than when I was last here, that's for sure. When I was a young child, like 5 years old, I remember we used to always come here to this park and then stand on this bridge, and there used to be all these there used to be swans and ducks in here, and this waterway looks to be quite sick. That turtle is not alive, no. Real shame. I used to come here and sit on this rock specifically and just watch what was going on, stand on this bridge. It's surrounded by state forest, national parks. So I used to always love going hiking out on the trails. Back when I was more into running, I used to just go on runs around the suburb. So oftentimes I would pass through here and then just stand on that bridge, have a bit of a break, watch the area. It's often a place I would come when I was in not such a good mood. In fact, there was one time where I kind of ran away from home just for a few hours, really. Like I was in a how long ago would that have been? It was really not a good state of mind. I was in a bit of a depression, and yeah, whenever I was in that state of mind, oftentimes I would just come here, stand on that bridge just to do this park. I don't know what it was, but I would just like to come here. It just helped me clear my head. So come out here, stand on the bridge if I just want to go something quick. Otherwise, if I had more time, more often than not, I would go hiking. But yeah, I remember this is pretty similar. This is almost exactly the same to the last time I was here, apart from, well, this waterway being much more polluted. Nice big slide over there. It doesn't look so big anymore. When I was like a small child, it used to seem so massive, the slide, but now this area, in fact, this looks a lot smaller now than I last remember it. Wow. This whole park honestly seems a lot smaller than I remember. It's probably a testament to the fact that I'm grown up now, but I remember as a child this used to look like this is a lot smaller. I mean, perhaps now because I'm out in the countryside, like we have such vast open space. I'm so used to that, whereas now this Seems pretty damn small, honestly. Yeah, we're right actually on the boundary of Pacific Pines and Maudsley. Maudsley is the next suburb over. I believe this actually might be Maudsley. So Pacific Pines is on the other side of this small creek here, saltwater creek. It's a shame that it's become so polluted and disgusting. Yep, up here we have Superfish. Yes, swimming school, Superfish swim schools. It's still here. From the time that I was maybe 5 till about 10, I used to come here for swimming lessons. It's an indoor pool, and yeah, it's where I learned to swim. I believe there's a gym on the other side, but yeah, this building, it's not a very big pool. I think it's only a 25-meter pool in there, but yeah, that's a learn. Wow, even this building, it doesn't look as big as I remembered. And yeah, I would often just come through here on my runs, go down to the park, stop by the bridge. Yeah, wow. Yes, Superfish swim schools. Yeah, and then the gym at the back here. I never used the gym. There was another playground back here, but that seems to be gone. There's another small basketball court. Okay. Don't remember this. I remember there being another small playground here, but that is gone. Alright, but yeah, that's the building. It's much smaller than I remember. Everything here just seems so small in the city now. That's quite interesting. Yeah, everything just seems so small. What's honestly changed the most since I moved to the Southern Downs region from here on the Gold Coast is my perception of size and distance. I mean, there's many things that have changed. I, as a person, have changed since relocating to the countryside, but yeah, just one thing that really stands out, my first impression, is just coming back. I mean, I haven't even been in the city properly yet. I'm still on the outskirts, out in the western suburbs, right on the edge of my home suburb, Pacific Pines. But what really stands out to me now is, yeah, my perception of size and distance. Like this park here, it all seems pretty small, and that's probably because, well, I'm now used to working out in such massive paddocks and really distance. Like when I first went out to the Southern Downs region and started traveling on my own, like even just getting like half an hour to an hour outside the city, outside the boundaries, I would say, of the furthest suburbs, it just felt like the middle of nowhere. It felt so far, and especially driving 2 to 3 hours to get to like the Southern Downs and where I live now, it just felt like such a massive undertaking, such a long distance. Now it really feels like nothing. It feels like absolutely nothing at all. Gone on a few solo road trips, and really now driving even like 4 or 5 hours, it doesn't feel like such a big undertaking anymore. So the road trips I've gone on, I've driven like 8-10 hours non-stop, and like, do I enjoy driving that long? Well, no, it's not fun, but it's something that I can do if I have to. And driving like half a day, like 4 or 5 hours, it doesn't feel like much anymore. So my perception of distance has definitely changed. Distance and size. Like in the city now, like just with how narrow the roads are and just the size of houses, like these are regular suburban houses. Again, it's not the smallest forms of accommodation you can have. Apartment complexes, and as we get deeper into the city, we'll see it's like, yeah, perception of size is definitely different. Like I'm now used to living on a large piece of land, big blocks. I mean, house sizes are pretty similar, but still, now I live in a smaller dwelling than where I grew up here. Like here, I grew up in a regular suburban house. So in fact, living in the caravan, I have a smaller living space now. But still, the block that I live on is very sizable. So yeah, my perception of size and distance has definitely changed. Saltwater Creek, it looks a bit better from this side, but yeah, that side over there near that bridge is absolutely disgusting. Sad to say. All right, that's gonna be the end of this one. A trip down memory lane. returning to the Gold Coast. Stay tuned for the next one coming up in a few days, where we are in fact going to be going into the heart of the city, to the beach, and yeah, then returning here, of course, to see more of where I grew up. If you're interested in that, stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, give the video a like, and I'll see you all in the next one.